Hello and welcome to Classic Replay on RFM. I'm Todd Robbins. Here on Classic Replay, we turn the spotlight back to fantastic memories and tremendous team performances from years gone by. Together, we'll celebrate the thrill of victory or remember the agony of defeat. Regardless of the results, we relive those special moments as a community, growing the tapestry that is our region's historic athletic tradition. We hope you enjoy the following presentation as Rivalry Family Media presents this Classic Replay.
To the LHS Gymnasium, I'm Todd Robbins, and welcome to LHS-TV 36's coverage of Blue Devils varsity basketball. Tonight, the rivalry continues right here on LHS-TV 36, where tonight your Leominster Blue Devils varsity basketball team. And welcome back, everybody, to the LHS Gymnasium here at Leominster High School, where tonight the rivalry continues when your Leominster High School Blue Devils host the Fitchburg Red Raiders. The introduction of the Red Raiders are just finishing, and we will now take you to the introduction of your Leominster High School Blue Devils. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the introductions. We'll be right back after the national anthem here at Leominster High School for the tip-off. And welcome back, everybody, to Leominster High School. And we're ready for the opening tip-off of the rivalry game. This is game one of the two-game series. And taking the tip-off tonight for the Red Raiders will be number 34, John Dargan. And for your Blue Devils will be number 32, Stan Miller. Here we go. And we're underway. Miller will tap down, and the ball will go to control by Fitchburg. They control up top. That's Dargan. He'll pitch over to number 20, Dan Ortiz. Ortiz controls the ball now. Shot for three now. That was Ramos, and the Raiders will get on the board first to get the number of the score, but the Raiders lead it 2-0. Joe Gallagher trying to bring the ball up court, throws it away. Dargan bounces up, here's Ramos for two, and it's 4-0 Raiders. Dorsey gets it over to Miller. Miller will put it over half court to Eric Kistler. Kistler will now control the ball for your Blue Devils. He'll dish up top to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher will start to set up a play. In the middle of Brian Hashing for two, yes! And your Devils are on the board. It's 4-2 Red Raiders. Raiders pressing the ball up court. Ramos gets the ball in the corner. Up top to number 20, Ortiz. Ball now over to Dargan. Dargan will pull up for two. He's fouled, and he'll go line for two. All right, as I said, going to the line, number 34. That is John Dargan. And he'll clank the first one. Dargan 0 for 1 at the line right now. Here's his second shot with the Raiders up 4-2, 14:55 to go in the game. Was up off the back of the rim. Miller will pull the rebound down. He'll dish off to Gallagher. Gallagher brings the ball up court. He hits Heshig with a nice leaping catch. Up to Dorsey for three. Yes! And your Devils have their first lead of the night. It's 5-4. Raiders go to the hole. Shot. Heshig brings down the rebound. Joe Gallagher will now press it up court for the Devils. Gallagher stops, gets control, gives to Dorsey, throws up top, Kistler's control. Over to Dorsey for three. No. Miller tries to bring down the rebound. It'll go off a Red Raider. And it will be Devils ball underneath. Here we go. Joe Gallagher now breaks the play. Float it to Dorsey up top. Dorsey gets control of the ball. He'll hand it to Gallagher. Gallagher lost sight. Pick back up. Dishes over to Kistler. Kistler fakes the pull-up. Over Gallagher. Now Kistler for three. No. And Dargan will bring the rebound. Hit Ramos. Nice play by Joe Gallagher with the rejection. Jeremy Joseph was the man with the ball for the Raiders. Raiders ball underneath. Passing it in will be Dan Ortiz. Ortiz looking for a man. Will float up top. Gallagher will tip it. Dorsey to Gallagher for two. And it's 7-4 Blue Devils. Ball cross court now controlled by number 24. That's Albert Ortiz. Ortiz drives to the hole. Dishes out to Ramos for two. Nope. Coming down with it is Joseph. Phil for one high off the glass. Now Dargan will put back for two. And it's 7-6. Your Devils still hold the lead. Dorsey gives to Gallagher. Cross to Hashig. Hashig tries to feed out to Kistler. Stunned by number 20, Dan Ortiz. Ortiz will bring the ball up court. To number 24. That's another Ortiz. Albert Ortiz. To Joseph for two. And it's 8-7. Red Raiders. Coach Mazzaferro calling out a play here. Dorsey will take the ball underneath for your Devils. He'll just tap into Miller, who will give it right back to Dorsey. Try to throw it to Gallagher. Stolen. And we'll get a foul. It'll be Raider ball underneath. Dorsey will get charged with foul. Here we go. Raiders will break the pack. They'll float it to the top. Kistler tries to play for the ball. He'll get charged with a foul. It'll be Raiders ball on the far side. 13:09 to go, first half of play. Passing it in for the Raiders will be number 31, Jason Twomley. Twomley hands in to number 24, Albert Ortiz. Ball is swung up top, controlled number 20, Dan Ortiz. Ortiz trying to set up a play for the Red Raiders. They'll hit it across in the corner to Ramos. In the middle for Albert Ortiz. He can't get control, gets the ball and puts it in for two. It's 10-7 Red Raiders. Joe Gallagher throws over half court to Hashig. Hashig will just hand it back to Gallagher. Gallagher will attempt to set it up. Gallagher across to Jeff Dorsey. Dorsey finds Miller in the middle. Miller goes to the hole. And he'll put it off glass for two. It's 10-9 Red Raiders. 12:24 on the game clock. Albert Ortiz pulls up for two. No, he'll follow his shot. Get his own rebound. Off the glass. No. Loose ball. Dorsey gives to Miller. And the Raiders will foul Miller. Charged with foul will be number 31. That's Jason Twomley. It'll be Devils ball underneath. Going up for your Devils is Eric Kistler, checking in number 15. That's Eric Wilson. Jeff Dorsey will break the play. He'll float to half court. Hashig will hand back to Dorsey. They get it over half. He'll give to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher over to Wilson. Wilson will pull up for three. Ooh, in and out. Miller with the round, the putback, and he's hacked. And he'll go to the line for two. That's the Red Raiders' second team foul with 12:01 to go in the first half. Raiders do lead it here, 10-9. Miller's going to the line for the first time tonight for two. Miller up. It's good. And we get a tie ball game, 10-all. Miller 1 for 1 now from the line. And his second shot. Ooh, rims off the side. Hashig with the rebound. The putback for two. Yeah. And it's 12-10, the Blue Devils. Dan Ortiz brings the ball up court for the Raiders. He'll float it over to out Ortiz. Ortiz goes to the hole, and we'll get a double on a foul. It'll be Raider ball under. They're going to call Wilson for ill use of the hands, otherwise known as a hand check. 11:49 to go in the first half. Dan Ortiz breaks the play. He'll float up top. Picking up the ball is Twomley. Twomley to the middle. Joseph with a shot for two. And it's tied once again, 12 all. Dorsey to Miller. Miller back to Dorsey. Dorsey over half court, hashing, and he'll give to Gallagher. Joe Gallagher setting up play now for the Devils. He'll give it over to Dorsey, who floats for Miller. Miller tries to bring it down. It's off a Raider, and it'll be Devils ball. Joe Gallagher breaks the stack. He'll float up top for Hashing. Hashing with the leaping catch. He'll bring the ball down, give it to Wilson. Wilson to Dorsey. Dorsey tries to go inside. No shot. The foul will be called on Ortiz. And it'll be Devils ball on the side. Joe Gallagher will pass in. And we get a sub coming in. Keith Beauregard will check in, and Joe Gallagher will take a seat. 11:19 remains in the first half. There we go. Beauregard breaks the play. Going to the middle for Miller. Miller keeps the man. He'll give it to Beauregard. Beauregard trying to set something up. Beauregard swings over to Wilson. Wilson floats inside for Miller. Miller going to try to dribble to the basket. Tiptoes down the line. And we've got to call 3 seconds on Brian Hashig. Twomley will kick it into Dan Ortiz. Ortiz will bring the ball up court for the Red Raiders. Ortiz floats over to Twomley. Twomley inside for Joseph. He'll pull up for two. Follows the rebound. Nice save. It'll be off Joseph. It'll be Devils ball. Jeff Dorsey breaks his play, and you'll have to take my word for it. He'll give it into Borg now. Coming back to live action. Beauregard over half court to Hashig. He'll dish to Dorsey. Dorsey to Wilson. Wilson back to Dorsey. To Beauregard to pull up for three. No! As it'll just rim out. Joseph goes midcourt looking for Dargan, and the ball will go out of bounds. Off a Devil. Raider ball. Capacity crowd here tonight at the gymnasium. Ball kicked in by Twomley to number 11. Jason Brassard for three. Yep, that was Dan Ortiz. Raiders 15, your Devils 12. Miller fires it over half court to Hashig, who will just hand off to Beauregard. Beauregard trying to set it up top. He'll give to Dorsey. Dorsey going to jump to the lane. He'll put it up. Sweated by Joseph. He'll come down out of bounds. Devils ball. Nice call. Beauregard will put the ball in for Devils. Devils set up in a stack. Straight line. Break. Beauregard looking up top. He decides to give it off to the side. Wilson will try to find Beauregard. Wilson is fouled by number 11, Jason Brassard. And it'll be Devils ball underneath once again. Beauregard will pass in. Keith Beauregard pitches it cross court up top to Wilson, up for three. In and out. Dargan will come down with it. And it'll end up in a cross court pass to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz back up top to Twomley. Twomley will drive inside, float. And that'll be an air ball. It'll be out of bounds. Double ball. 9:48 to go first half. And we get a sub coming in. Coming in is number 5 for your Devils, Tengu Normashan. Jeff Dorsey with the ball. He'll pass into Keith Beauregard. Beauregard will press the ball up court. Beauregard ball up top now. Going to the right side, decides to swing left to Wilson. Wilson looking inside, can't find anybody, gives back out to Beauregard. Beauregard tries to throw a pass, is knocked back in his face. Jeff Dorsey now controls Warrior Devils. He'll dish it off over to Beauregard. Beauregard to the corner to Wilson for three. Tipped. And the Raiders control the ball. Joseph throws up court. To Brasser, shot. No call. Joseph comes down and he'll float for the basket. Nothing. Tip ball. Stan Miller gonna get the ball. Miller having a little trouble keeping control. He'll dish out to Beauregard up top. Miller not running the fast break. Wilson across to Dorsey to Beauregard. There's Miller, skyhook for two. 15-14 Red Raiders. Twombly now with the ball controlling for the Raiders. In the corner to Dargan. Float up top to Ortiz. Brassard pulls up for three. Nope. And Dorsey will get it on the fast break. And he'll be hacked. No! Whoa! Referee calls off ball. It'll be Devils ball underneath though. I think the ref blew that one. 8:34 remains first half. 15-14 Red Raiders. Joe Gallagher checks back in. Poor guy checking out. Slow break on the play. Gallagher just floats it up top to Miller. And if he couldn't hit him with a pass, I don't know who he could hit. Now Gallagher controls up top. Inside to Nomashine. Turn around for two. Miller tries to come down with the ball and he can't. The Raiders control. Bring the ball up court. Will be Albert Ortiz. He'll dish in the corner to Brassard. It's going to be off a Devil, out of bounds, Raiders ball. Checking in for the Red Raiders is John Ramos. He'll check out number 20, Dan Ortiz. Ramos in. On a Brassard, he tries to drive the hole, just throws up a prayer. Nomashine comes down with the ball. Nomashine looking for help. He'll find it in Kistler, who'll throw a cross-court pass to Gallagher. He'll get it over half-court to number 34. That's Danny Santabria. Gallagher inside to Nomashine. He jumps up, ends up handing it from up Miller. 3-second violation, Blue Devils. Raider ball. Devils have got to clear the paint. They're pretty much trying to pitch tents in there, and it's not going to be allowed. 7:50 remains. Inside to Joseph, we've got a foul. Foul will be called on Joe Gallagher. Ramos will dish out to number 24, Albert Ortiz, inside. Joseph can't get it. We'll go off a Devil, though, out of bounds, Raider ball. We're not going anywhere. John Ramos will pass in now for Raiders. He'll kick it to Brassard for three. Nope. Stan Miller doesn't even have to leap for the rebound. Throw down court. Finds Gallagher. He'll pull up. Gallagher can't hit his layup. Inside Miller. 23 there. Norman Cole had his hands all over Miller as he was pulling up for the shot. No call. Miller now controls. Ball inside to Joseph. He'll pull up for two. Nope. Santabria will tap. Kistler ends up coming out with control. Kistler over to Joe Gallagher, and Gallagher will push it over half court. Gallagher forgets the ball. We're kind of moving in action here, folks. Kistler now with the ball in the corner. Kistler inside, up top actually, to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher to Santabria. Santabria gets it rejected, and the Raiders turn it the other way. That's Albert Ortiz. He'll pull up for two, off the backboard and in. And we get a timeout, Blue Devils. And we'll take this opportunity to step away. We'll be right back here on LHS-TV 36. Okay. And welcome back, everybody, to Leominster High School. And the rivalry will continue. 6:35 to go, first half. And the Raiders lead your Devils 17-14. It'll be Devils ball underneath on the opposite end. It'll be Gallagher who will break the play. Gallagher looking for Kistler. Ends up having to float it in for Cavioli. Cavioli does get control. He got it away from two Raiders. Gallagher will now push up court. He'll get hacked from behind by John Ramos, and it'll be double ball on the side. All right, here we go. Devils with a three-man wall-type pick set in the middle. Hashig floating way outside underneath. Hashig now on the move. Santabria will get the ball in the toss in from Gallagher. Kinsler pulls up for two. Nope. Hashig gets the rebound. Is rejected by number 23, Norm Cole. Ball thrown length and a ball. Ramos goes up for the shot. Cavioli comes down with the rebound. Jump ball possession, Blue Devils. It'll be Devils ball underneath. And we're going to get some clearing substitution. Stan Miller will check back in along with Jeff Dorsey and Eric Wilson. Checking out is Eric Kissler and Scott Cavioli, as well as Danny Santabria. Kicker fakes the baseball pass, floats into Stan Miller. Now it's Gallagher to Miller. Miller cross court to Hashig. He does get control as he shakes his man. Dorsey fakes the pull-up for three. Will step inside for two. Nope. Miller fights for the rebound. Miller gets the ball. Fade away two. We've got to fight for the ball. It'll be a foul on the Red Raiders. Double ball. It'll be Devils ball underneath. Here we go now. Dorsey will pass into Miller. Now back to Dorsey. He'll give it over to Hashig. Now Eric Wilson with the ball in the corner. Joe Gallagher's got it. With control up top. Inside fights Hashig for two. Yes! It's 18-17 Blue Devils as they regain the lead. Raiders. Ortiz pulls up for three. Nope. We've got a foul. It looks like it'll be on the floor. Nope. Take that back. It's a shooting foul. Going to the line will be number 34. That's John Dargan. And he will try to put the Raiders back in the ball game as they're losing only by a point, 18-17. 5:20 remains first half. Dargan will get the ball. First time at the line tonight. Close up. In and out. So he's 0 for 1. Dargan for his second shot. Is up. And it's good. And we got a tie ball game. 18 all, 5:20 first half. Jeff Dorsey with the ball. He'll get it over half court. Dorsey across to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher will take control. Gallagher puts it on the floor to Dorsey. Dorsey steps up for two. It'll hit off the front of the rim. Rebound, Eric Wilson. Put back for two. 20-18 Blue Devils. Here's pressing the ball up court. That's Ortiz in the corner to John Ramos. Cross court to Albert Ortiz. Ortiz to drive to the hole. We've got a 3-second violation against the Red Raiders. Devil ball. Checking out is number 23. That's Norman Cole. Checking in his place is number 35, Jeremy Joseph. Gallagher puts it in the middle for Hashig. Cross to Joe Gallagher. He can't get control of the ball. It'll be a Raider ball going the other way. Devils trying to make too much happen at once. Gonna just take the ball up court and set something up. Nothing fancy. But nonetheless, Raiders get the ball. It's Dan Ortiz inside to Joseph for two. Nope. Joseph falls his shot. Rebound in and out. Brian Hashig will pull down rebound. He'll get it over to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher will push the ball up court. Gallagher takes it up top. Loses his dribble. Has to find Wilson, who floats inside for Miller all the way. We got a foul being called number 24. That's Albert Ortiz. And I believe Miller, yes, will go to the line. Miller is 1 for 2 tonight off the line. Is the Raiders' 7th team foul. Devils have 6 to match. Miller's first shot is up front and in. 21-18 Blue Devils. And we've got a sub coming in for the Raiders. Checking in is number 14. That's Tau Nathan Sevongosa. Wow. I just mutilated that name, and that name will probably go down as the worst one I've ever had to call. Miller controls the rebound off of his second shot, which didn't go. Hashik outside to Wilson for three. Yes! 24-18 Blue Devils. Dan Ortiz controls the ball for the Raiders as they bring it up court. Ortiz swings up top. Now he'll pull up for three. That will completely miss. Saved by the Raiders. Outside, Ortiz tries to get control, and he does. Raiders will now go back and try to set something up. A dish across to the man whose name I cannot pronounce. In the corner for Rose for three. Yes! 21 points for the Raiders. They still trail the Devils by a three-pointer. 24-21. Dorsey goes to the hoop hard. He'll get called for a player control. That was questionable. Defense moving there all the way. It'll be Raider ball underneath. Dan Ortiz will bring the ball up court for the Red Raiders. Ortiz up top. Back to Ortiz. Ramos in the corner for three. Nope. Big fight for the rebound. Joseph with the putback and out. Miller will pull it down for your Devils. He'll put it on the floor to Eric Wilson. Wilson will press the ball up court for the Devils. Wilson up top to Dorsey. Swings across to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher fakes the setup. Decides to swing pass it down to Wilson. He'll get it rejected. Dorsey will pick up the loose ball in the air. Wilson with the putback for two. Yes! 26-21. Blue Devils over the Red Raiders. 2:55 remains in the first half. Ortiz will swing the ball. He'll get it right back. Now to the lower and Ramos. Right back to Ortiz. Inside to Dargan. No shot. We've got a push. It'll be against the Devils. It'll be 1-1, as that is the Devils' 8th team foul. And again, this is a 1-1 for Dargan. Dargan up to will set. 26-1 Devils. There's the shot. Off the glass. It's out. Devils come down with the rebound. Hashing over to Eric Wilson. Wilson now in corner to Kistler. Fakes the pull up. Nope. Come for a walk. Up down. Will be the exact call. Checking in for the Red Raiders is Albert Ortiz. He'll send out number 34. That is John Dargan. Ball in the corner to Brassett. Inside to Joseph. He'll throw it even lower to Albert Ortiz. He can't put it in. Stan Miller will dish out to Eric Wilson. Wilson pull up for three. Off the back of the rim. And the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Raider ball. Kistler with the extra effort. Goes head over heels for the ball, and he ain't going to make it. John Ramos will bring the ball up court for the Red Raiders. Gets it over half. Now looking. Gets the man up top. He'll give it back to Ramos. Getting back up top. Looking inside. Ball now down low in the corner for Bresser. Now Joseph will pull up. Call. That was a tip. Guess we'll call it an inadvertent whistle. Ortiz just hands it inside to the other Ortiz. I believe that was Albert Ortiz. Will put it off the glass and in. Ortiz to Ortiz puts the Raiders within a three-point basket. It's 26-23. Blue Devils. Kistler with the ball up top. He'll give to Gallagher. Gallagher having to scream out the plays and deafening in here. Stolen by Albert Ortiz. Ortiz brings the ball down court, gets rid of Gallagher, and puts it for two. And we got a tie. No, I'm sorry. Devils still lead by one, 26-25. Gallagher fakes the baseball pass, decides to dribble out of traffic. He'll get the ball over half court. Inside to Hashing, down low, floats to Miller off the backboard. You gotta have a man. Hashing trying to play some tough defense. Has man. That'll be the Devils' 9th team foul. And number 11 for the Raiders, that's Jason Brassard, will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Coach Mazzaferro questioning the call, but not making that big a deal out of it. Shot up, in and out. Hashing comes down with the rebound. He'll give to Gallagher, minute 20 to go in the first half. Gallagher bringing ball up court. Uses Miller's pick as best as he could. Gallagher gets control, gives to Wilson for three. Yes! He'll knock it down, his second of the night. Red Raiders pushing it hard the other way. Now it's Ortiz up top, driving in the middle, sets post for two. 29-27, Blue Devils. Joe Gallagher trying to dribble off man. Gallagher looking for a pick, decides to just take it straight over half court. Gallagher picks up his dribble as he lost it, gives it down low to Hashing. Hashing looking inside, has a man's hands all over him. Finally, he's able to pass out to Kistler. Jump ball called. Possession, Blue Devils. Sub coming in is Keith Beauregard. He'll send out Joe Gallagher. Beauregard will pass in, fakes the pass to Wilson, looking cross court to Hashing. He'll float up to catch it. He'll give to Kistler, who'll hand off to Beauregard. Beauregard swing passes it down low to Wilson. Wilson steps up for two, slaps away. Ball floated down court. Albert Ortiz. Inside, Joseph Turner two. In and out. Actually, will be short. Tapped out by a Devil, called Raider ball. Ball inside, cross court, Ortiz to Ortiz. Albert Ortiz to Dan Ortiz. We got a foul inside off the ball. 10 seconds remains, first half. The rivalry continues right here on the flagship station for Blue Devils Athletics. LHS-TV 36, the voice of the Devils, Todd Robbins, here with you. Shooting a 1-and-1. I'm sorry, no, that's a double 10th team foul. Shooting two is number 14. It's Tao Neseng Vengosa. I'm trying my best with that name. Kistler checks out. Jeff Dorsey will come back in for your Devils. 10 seconds remain, first half of play. Devils leading the Raiders 29-28. Check that. 29 all as Neseng Vengosa checks out after hitting a foul shot. 10 seconds remain, first half. Wilson will put the ball in play for your Devils. Looking down court. Stolen by the Raiders. That's Dan Ortiz. He'll catch the ball and float out of bounds. It'll be Devil ball. Throwing in will be Keith Beauregard. Beauregard looking down court. Now looking to the near. Floats on the go. Gives to Stan Miller. Course to Eric Wilson. He'll go up. He's hacked. Count the basket. And the Devils fans go nuts. It's 31-29 Devils, and a chance to complete the three-point play for Eric Wilson. Coming in is Danny Santabria. He'll send out Keith Beauregard. Referees insisting that the coaches stay on the sideline and in the box. 5 seconds remain in the first half. Again, this ball is live with Wilson shooting. Wilson up and off the back of the rim. Albert Ortiz comes down. 3 seconds. 2, 1. He'll float it up. Oh, and he'll just miss it. At the end of 1 here from the LHS Gymnasium, it's your Blue Devils 31, the Fitchburg High School Red Raiders 29. We'll be back for the second half of action here on LHS-TV 36 in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody, to the LHS Gymnasium and the start of the second half of the rivalry game. Your Devils lead going to the start of the second half, 31-29. We'll start the half with our LHS-TV 36 trivia question tonight. The question in, who is the Celtics' very first NBA Finals MVP? Again, who was the Celtics' very first NBA Finals MVP? Hint, the award was first presented in 1969. Here we go now. Half is underway. Albert Ortiz for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Jeff Dorsey. Dorsey will dribble out of traffic. He'll now hold the ball. He's going to get it over half. Floated over Gallagher and out of bounds into the front row. Here we go now. Ortiz dribbles over half court. He'll kick it across to Ramos. Inside to Joseph for 2. And out. Raiders all try to jump up for the putback. Miller can't get control. Ortiz over to Ortiz. It's Albert Ortiz. Cross court to Ramos for 3. Yes! And the Raiders have the 32-31 lead. Dorsey down half court, pulled down by Kistler. Kistler across court to Joe Gallagher. Gallagher will dribble it over half court. Gallagher trying to push it forward. Fitchburg playing extended zone defense. Gallagher now head faking. Tries to go inside for Kistler. He can't get him. It'll be Raider ball underneath. Ball pinned by Albert Ortiz. Dan Ortiz. He'll roll it pretty much across the ground to John Ramos. He'll get it back. Ortiz to Albert Ortiz. Back to Dan Ortiz. He'll step up for 2. Off the back of the rim. Rebound and in. Basket scored by number 24, Albert Ortiz. It's 34-31, Red Raiders. The Devils had better shake off the halftime cobwebs, so they're going to get it handed to them in the second half. Kistler pulling up for 2. Nothing there. Joseph with the rebound. Down court. Albert Ortiz will roll it off the glass and in. Timeout, Blue Devils. I'll tell you right now, Coach Mazzaferro helped shake those cobwebs. He might just crack some heads while he's in there. 14-27 to go, first half. We'll take a timeout here and be right back here on LHS-TV 36. And welcome back, everybody, out of the commercial break. It's 36-31, Red Raiders. It'll be Devils ball underneath their end of the floor. Gallagher can run the underneath. He'll pass to half court, and Brian Hashig. Hashig gives back to Gallagher. Gallagher's going to get it over half court. Gallagher dribbles in and over. Gallagher now kicks it to Jeff Dorsey. Inside to Brian Hashig. Will pull up for 2. In and out. Miller with the putback off the glass and in. 36-33. Red Raiders. Raiders with the baseball pat down floor. Ramos for 3. Yes. 39-33. Raiders. Hashig catches the floor length pass. Kistler tries to go up and shoot the 3. That'll be up and down. And it'll be Raider ball. Albert Ortiz kicks into Dan Ortiz. Dan Ortiz will dribble the ball up court. Ortiz takes it over half. He'll give it to Albert Ortiz. Ortiz drives to the hole. He'll pull it for 2. In and out. Ramos gets the rebound and in. 41-33. Red Raiders over your Devils. Wilson finds Miller. We'll give it back to Gallagher, who'll give to Miller. Miller cross court to Hashig and in. Hashig with 2 the hard way. It's 41-35. Red Raiders. Dan Ortiz brings the ball over half court. He'll give it to John Dargan. Back to Ortiz. Ortiz setting a play up for the Raiders. He'll give to John Ramos. Inside to Albert Ortiz. Dribbling around. He'll come out of traffic. Give it up top to Dan Ortiz, and Ortiz will try to set up another play. Going to the middle. Off Dorsey. Pulls up for two. Joseph with the rebound and the putback. Rejected by the back of the rim. Miller comes down with the rebound. Pressing up court with Jeff Dorsey. Dorsey goes to the hole. Up for two and in. And your Devils are pushing for the comeback. 41-37, Red Raiders. John Ramos gives it to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz setting up a play up top. We have a foul away from the, we have a foul away from the ball against the Red Raiders. Cancel that. All away from the ball against the Devils. Dan Ortiz with the pass in up top to John Dargan. Dargan dribbling around will give to John Ramos. Ramos in the corner to Ortiz. Ortiz floats into Joseph. Joseph dribbles around Miller. Throws the hook up and over the basket. Miller comes down with the ball. Joe Gallagher will press up court now for your Devils. Gallagher going to the paint. Tries to dish to Hashig. Off of a Raider. Devils ball. 12-12 remains. Second half. In comes Jason Twomley. Out goes number 35, Jeremy Joseph. It'll be Joe Gallagher passing it in for the Devils. Gallagher looking up top for Eric Wilson. Wilson with the ball in the corner to Dorsey. Dorsey finds Hashing up top for Wilson for three. Yep! It's 41-40 Red Raiders. Raiders bringing the ball up court. Albert Ortiz over to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz now looking in the corner for Twomley up for three. Air ball. Eric Wilson will get it. Kick it down court to Jeff Dorsey. Dorsey will pull up for two and in. And your Devils regain the lead, 42-41. Timeout, Red Raiders. And we'll take a timeout here. We'll be back here on LHS-TV 36. And welcome back, everybody, to Leominster High School and the gymnasium. The rivalry continues here on your flagship station for Blue Devils Athletics, LHS-TV 36. It's 42-41 Blue Devils, and during the rest of this time, we'll have the answer to the LHS-TV 36 trivia question. Who was the Celtics' very first NBA Finals MVP? The answer is it was John Havlicek in 1974. The Raiders will come out of the timeout with control of the ball. Albert Ortiz will give it into Dan Ortiz. Ortiz will dribble the ball up court. Ortiz over half will give to Jason Twomley. Twomley looking in the middle, ends up dishing off to John Ramos. Ramos floats inside for Dargan. Outside Ortiz. Ortiz going to dribble to the basket, and we've got a block that will come against Dorsey. It'll be Raider ball underneath. Dan Ortiz will pass it in. Ortiz in the corner to Albert Ortiz. Ortiz drives to the hole, floats it up. In and out, Devil can't come down with the rebound. Tap ball, Jeff Dorsey gets it. He's looked court. He'll end up having to eat the ball and dribble it. Now pulling up for two, nope. Wilson with the follow and in. 44-41 Blue Devils. Raiders pulling the ball up court. In the middle, that's Jason Twomley. Twomley over to John Ramos. Twomley. Correction, thank you. That's Ortiz now getting it to Twomley. Twomley over to Ramos. In the middle to Dargan. Dargan to Ortiz up for two. Off the glass. Miller looking for the rebound. Off a Raider. Devils ball. 44-41 Blue Devils. Their control underneath. Joe Gallagher will just flip it in to Miller. Miller gives to Dorsey. Dorsey will dribble over half court. In the corner for Hashig. In the middle for Miller, we've got Dargan over back. It'll be Devils ball on the side. Nope, we get a correction on that. It'll be Devils ball under 10:30 remaining. Second half. Here we go. Gallagher now floats into Dorsey. Dorsey gets his pass shoved back at him. And Jeremy Joseph runs the floor for the Raiders. He'll get around Heschig for two. 44-43. Devils still with the 1-point lead. Jeff Dorsey will give it back to Eric Wilson. Wilson will pull up for three. No! Heschig looking for a rebound. Raiders run the floor in the corner to Ramos. Ramos up for three. Air ball. Stan Miller comes down with the rebound. He'll get called for the elbow. Miller trying to get a rear off of his back. Ends up throwing an elbow. It'll be a Raider ball under. Devils switch to a zone setup. It'll be Dan Ortiz with the pass in. Ortiz in the middle for Joseph for two. And the Raiders get the lead back, 45-44. Stan Miller with the ball. Gives it back to Gallagher. Gallagher dribbles out of traffic. Gallagher gets over half court, trying to call out a play. Teeter-tottering on the half court line. He'll drive to the far side and give it to Eric Wilson. Wilson now looking for Gallagher. Gallagher will get the ball back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 9:30 remains. Gallagher pulls up for three. Off of the rim, resets. That's going to be out of bounds. And it'll be a Devil ball. I'm sorry, it'll be a Red Raider ball. All right, here we go. The Raiders kick in. That's John Ortiz. I mean, not John Ortiz. That's Dan Ortiz. Brassard for two. No, Miller comes down with the rebound. Miller gets his men off him. He'll get foul. Eric Wilson will kick it in for the Devils. Looking at half court for Santa Maria. Decides to float to Beauregard. Beauregard will press it up floor. He'll dish up the Heschig up for two. It's rejected off the glass. It'll be off a Raider and out of bounds. Devils ball. Here we go. Beauregard to break the play. Beauregard looking up top. Decides to go to Stan Miller. Santa Maria now with the ball. Beauregard loses his dribble. Beauregard over to Wilson. Wilson inside. Miller. Jump ball possession. Blue Devils. It'll be Devil ball underneath. Beauregard will set up the play. Beauregard floats up top. Wilson now with control. He'll give it over to Beauregard, who'll pull up for three. Off the back of the rim. Santa Maria up with the rebound. Now Wilson dodges a man. Up for three. Yes! It's 47-45 Blue Devils. Now the Raiders control. That's Albert Ortiz. Ortiz dishes off to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner. Raiders pull up for two. In and out. Joseph pulls up. And he'll go to the line for two. You can cancel that basket. And that will be the Devils' third team foul. The Raiders have to match. Devils have got to put another sub in. They only have 4 men on the floor. Eric Wilson went out undisclosed reason. Oh man, Wilson is cut open and is bleeding profusely. He took an elbow to the eye. Jeremy Joseph will go to the line for the Red Raiders. 47-45 Blue Devils. Wilson will shoot two. I'm sorry, let me cancel that. That's Joseph will shoot two. He'll hit his first. And now for a second. Up and off the front of the rim. Raiders up, crashing for the rebound. Dan Ortiz floats up top. Now it's Ortiz getting the ball back to Albert Ortiz. Cross-court pass to Broussard. Broussard dribbling around. Ends up back over to Ortiz. Ortiz looking in the middle. Doesn't get to him. This is shut off to Albert Ortiz. Ortiz going to look in the middle. Underneath for two, in and out. Stan Miller will come down with the rebound, and your Devils will run the floor. That's Keith Beauregard will press it up court. Loose ball on the floor. Albert Ortiz comes down it. Danny Santabria diving ball, can't get it. Ortiz going to go coast to coast, in and out. Put back, no. Goaltending is called. Count the basket. We've got a tie game. 47. Should be 7 all. The scoreboard operator not getting the signal for the 2 points. It should be 47 all as they counted the basket. Here we go, Joe Gallagher, ball underneath now. Gallagher breaks the play, floats to Stan Miller. Miller back to Gallagher. Gallagher will dribble up court. Gallagher trying to get away from his hand. He will get the ball over half court. Gallagher loses the ball. It was tipped. He can recover. Once again, tip Jason Prasad out of bounds. Devils ball. We've got a timeout here. Blue Devils will take a timeout. We'll be right back here on LHS-TV 36. And to welcome back everybody to the LHS Gymnasium. Devils coming out of the timeout here. Time only expired on it. Devils trying to eat up a little more time. They're going to be risking some sort of a delay of game penalty. Or, well, not a delay of game penalty, but they'll be looking at possibly losing the ball if they don't step it up. The EMTs are still working on Wilson as they are trying to clear his eye from the blood in the open cut. His blood will have to be, bleeding will have to be stopped before he can check back in. Joe Gallagher will take the ball underneath. Gallagher now will give to Santabria. Ball tapped out. It'll be Devils ball. Okay. Ball coming in now. Gallagher. Gallagher floats to Stan Miller. Miller will pull the ball down, go to the basket, and he'll dunk it for two. 49-47, Blue Devils. Ball in the corner. Ramos up top to, it's Brassard up top to Ortiz. Back to Brassard. Off the back of the rim. Stan Miller will take one in the eye and is down and out on the floor. We've got a foul up here. Miller is down and is hurt. He took an elbow to the eye. Coach Mazzaferro comes out to check on Stan Miller. And now Gallagher will pass it in for the Devils. It's 7:07 to go, second half. Miller appears to be all right as he will stay in the game. He's a basketball player, why not? Joe Gallagher gets the ball back, just throws it in on the foot of Dorsey. Dorsey gives to Gallagher as he'll bring it up floor. Gallagher loses the ball to Ramos. Ramos for two off the backboard. Gallagher comes down with the rebound. We'll get a foul on a Red Raider. Over the back will be the call. It'll be Devils ball underneath. Foul is on 1-4. I believe they're going to give that to Nefsen Vengosa. Joe Gallagher will take it now for the Blue Devils. Gallagher looking down floor, floats it deep for Eric Wilson, checking back in. Wilson now controls the ball. Wilson looking cross court. He's going to find Dorsey open. Inside to Miller. Miller going to the hole. He's fouled. Count the basket. 51-47 Blue Devils. Miller with the chance to complete the three-point play. Miller has been fairly decent at the line tonight. Don't know exactly what he is statistically, but his percentage is definitely high. Coach Mazzaferro being signaled off the floor as he is definitely chewing out Joe Gallagher. Checking in is Danny Sanabria. He'll send out Jeff Dorsey. Also checking in, it looks, will be Scott Cavioli. He's going to be a shooter sub, but Brian Heschig will check in for Nomashan. Tango Nomashan checking out. Joseph will check back in. That's Jeremy Joseph for the Red Raiders. He'll take the spot underneath. It'll be Miller now to shoot to complete the three-point play with 6:48 to go in the second half. Miller floats it up off the rim. Jeremy Joseph comes down with the rebound and controls for the Red Raiders. Brassard will now give it up top to John Ramos. Underneath, looking for Joseph. Turnaround two, blocked by Miller. Heschig will float down floor at Sanabria, going to the hole. He's hacked. No, the referee going to call all ball. It'll be Blue Devil underneath. I don't know. He had a little more than ball there as far as I'm concerned. 6:31 remains. Second half, 51-47 Blue Devils. Devils ball underneath. It's Gallagher to pass it in. Some sort of referee admonishment going on right now between two players, Ortiz and Sanabria. We've got a timeout. Red Raiders will take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. LHS-TV 36. And welcome back, everybody, to this basketball coverage on LHS-TV 36. Joseph will run the floor. Joseph ends off. That's Ramos inside to Joseph. He's hacked and will go to the line. Again, that's Jeremy Joseph going to the line for the Raiders, with the Raiders trailing 51-47. Here we go. Jeremy Joseph was 1 for 2 earlier tonight. Shot is good. 51-48. Joseph second is off the side of the rim. Cavioli comes down with the rebound. He'll give to Eric Wilson. Wilson dribbles up floor. Wilson looking for a man. He'll find Sanabria. Sanabria to Joe Gallagher. He'll set it up back up top. Gallagher inside Cavioli. Out. Shot for 2. Yes! No, I'm sorry. Correction. Check that. That'll be a 3. Ball in the corner now. That's Brassard. Brassard pulls up 3 off the inside of the rim. Cavioli gives to Gallagher. Gallagher will dribble out of traffic and get the ball over half court. He'll give it inside to Cavioli. Outside to Wilson for 3. Off the rim. Ball will be off of Cavioli. Red Raider ball. Coming in for the Red Raiders will be Dan Ortiz. He'll send out Jason Brassard. And the Raiders will take another timeout with 5:42. And we'll also take a time here on LHS-TV 36. And welcome back, everybody, to LHS-TV 36's coverage of Blue Devils basketball. Ball in now. Albert Ortiz gives it up to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz will take the ball over half court. Ortiz to Ramos. Ramos inside to Joseph. Turnaround 2 off the glass and out. Dan Ortiz will come down, controlling the rebound for Fitchburg. Up top to John Ramos for 3. Off the glass. Albert Ortiz, turnaround 2 and in. 54-50 Red Raiders. 5:15 remains. Second half. Inside to Wilson. Wilson down court to Sanabria. Sanabria looking to set something up. He'll get Wilson on the outside. Gallagher now going to set it up and call out a play. Gallagher tied to Sanabria, pulls up for 3. Yes! 57-50 Blue Devils. Raiders having trouble getting control of the ball. Dargan will give it out to Ortiz. That's Dan Ortiz. Gives it to Albert Ortiz. Sanabria knocks the ball loose. It's a foot race for the ball. Albert Ortiz now controls for the Raiders. Raiders with the ball going the other way. Getting the ball and control with 10 seconds on the shot clock is Dan Ortiz. He'll put it off the glass and in. 57-52 Blue Devils. Wilson will get across to Cavioli. To Gallagher. Back to Cavioli. Back to Gallagher. Santa Bria will get fouled as he tries to dribble out of traffic. 4:19 remains second half. It's 57-52. Blue Devils. Some programming notes here on LHS-TV 36. You can look forward to a basketball game coming up in just a few. You can look forward to a hockey game. On Saturday night, we'll travel down the road to North Star Arena. Stay tuned for more on that. Gallagher with the ball in bounds. Puts up for two off the glass. Out of bounds. Devils, Red Raider ball. It'll be Albert Ortiz gives it into Dan Ortiz. Dan Ortiz will take the ball up court. Or to Gallagher. Ortiz will press it over half court. Ortiz dishes it out to Albert Ortiz. Ortiz will hand it off to John Ramos. Ramos in the paint for two. Rejected by Stan Miller. Miller into Eric Wilson. Wilson length of the court to Santa Bria. Up for two and in. 59-52 of Blue Devils. Ball up court. Ramos. Ramos can for the Raiders. Tries to float inside to Jeremy Joseph. Joseph tries to dribble in. Loses his dribble. Up top to Duggan. Duggan across to Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner to Albert Ortiz. He'll go to the hole. He'll be fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Some talking going on with the Red Raider fans and the Blue Devils. They better watch themselves. Referees haven't been that lenient tonight. Two shots for Ortiz. First one is good. Subs coming in. Checking in is Tau Nelson Vengosa. Checking out is number 34, John Dargan. Again, it's 54-53, Blue Devils. Ortiz can tie the game up with this foul shot. Here we go. Top and up into the rim and up. Rebound pulled down by Stan Miller. Miller across to Gallagher. Ramos steals the ball. Ramos to Albert Ortiz. He'll go to the hole. He'll be slaughtered, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Let me get a correct check that score. It's 59-53 Blue Devils. Again, 59-53 Blue Devils. 3:16 remaining second half. That's the Devils' 7th team foul. The Raiders have 6 to match. Albert Ortiz at the line, shooting two. His first one is off the front of the rim and in. 59-54 Blue Devils. His last shot, this one will be live. They'll set, float it up, and in. 59-55 Blue Devils. Miller fakes the baseball pass. He'll give to Gallagher. Gallagher dribbling up court. Gallagher decides, instead of taking it in, to set a play up. Gallagher now getting in the 5-second defense. Gallagher going to the paint, outside to Santa Bria. He'll fake the three, play with the ball up top, gets to Miller. Miller will drive to the hole. Miller floats it in, off the front of the rim. 61-55, Blue Devils. Just a little under 3 minutes to go in the second half. Ortiz, Ramos inside to Joseph, off the glass and out. Albert Ortiz will come down with control. He'll pull up for three. No. Rebound comes down. Brian Heschig floats on for the Gallagher. Gallagher tries to get it and pass it in. Gallagher does get the timeout called before he goes out of bounds. It'll be a timeout, Blue Devils. And we'll take a timeout here on LHS-TV 36. We'll be back with 2:25 to go. Devils leading at 61-55. And welcome back, everybody, to Leominster High School. And the rivalry continuing. We're coming to the end of the rivalry game. First of the season, Devils 61, Red Raiders 55. Ball in. Miller with the free throw. Nope. Ball will go out of bounds. Red Raider ball. 2:16 to go. Second half. Here we go. Albert Ortiz will bounce it into Dan Ortiz, and Ortiz will dribble ball up court for the Red Raiders. Ortiz over half court. Dishes in the corner to Ramos. Inside to Jeremy Joseph. He'll pull up for two. It'll rim in and out. Off of Red Raider. Devils ball. Gallagher will pass it in now for the Devils. Gallagher fakes the baseball pass. Flips it in. It'll hit Jeremy Joseph. Out of bounds. Devil ball. Just over 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. Devils 61, Red Raiders 55. Gallagher again fakes the baseball pass. Puts it to Sanabria. Sanabria back to Gallagher. Gallagher trying to dribble inside. He'll get it over half court. Fakes to go to the middle. He'll come back to the top. Gallagher getting pressed by Ramos. He'll dribble away, give it to Sanabria. Sanabria will change places with him. Sanabria over to Eric Wilson. Wilson's eye is supposed to stop bleeding or is patched up well enough. Wilson will be fouled. That's the 17th foul for the Red Raiders. Wilson will shoot 1-1. Buck 41 remains in the second half of play. Unbelievable. Here we go. Eric Wilson will shoot the 1-1. 61-55 Devils. Team fouls are at 7 apiece. Both teams will be in the bonus from now till the end of the game. Here we go. Wilson, from what I'm told, a fairly decent foul shot shooter. Here we go. Flows up the 1-1. Off the back of the rim. I guess that's what you call the old TV jinx. Wilson will tip the ball out of bounds. Raider ball. Minute 36 remains. Second half, 61-55 of Blue Devils. Albert Ortiz into Dan Ortiz, and he'll dribble it over half court. Dish back to Albert. Albert Ortiz drives to the hole. He'll be hacked by Brian Heschig, and he'll go to the line shooting a 1-1. Here we go. Albert Ortiz floats it up the front of the rim. Eric Wilson comes down with the rebound. Wilson floats it, smash down. Stan Miller gets it up top. Wilson will run the length of the floor. Wilson goes to the hole. He'll get fouled. Oh! Player control called on Wilson. And I'm telling you, the defense was moving his feet. And Alani looks like he was walking halfway across the country. Nonetheless, player control called. And here we go. Dan Ortiz put up court. He'll use the pick. Float the two. The front of the rim and in. 61-57. Here's Dorsey. Dorsey gets the ball over half court. Dorsey behind the back. T. Ramos there, although it didn't affect him. Gallagher does get the ball back. He'll call out a play. Being pressed. 50 seconds remains in this game. Gallagher keeping control. They're just trying to kill out the clock. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And the Raiders will foul. I don't know, 61-57, a tight game. This one's going to come down to the wire with 35 seconds remaining in the game. On the foul, that will be Fitchburg's 8th. That will send Jeff Dorsey to the line, shooting a 1-1. Dorsey floats up and in. And he'll try to convert on the 1-1. 62-57 Blue Devils. Dorsey to his second. You can hear a pin drop in here at this moment. Suddenly the Raiders side comes alive. A jinx. Miller pulls it down, tries to come back, when he gets the ball knocked away. Final touch called on the Blue Devils. Raiders ball. 39 seconds on the clock. Second half of play. The rivalry continuing. right here. It's 62-57. Here we go. Ball now up court. Ortiz goes to the hole. Joseph with a shot. It's tipped. Jeremy Joseph gives it off to Dan Ortiz. Ortiz over to Pedro Segosa. Count the basket. He'll go to the line to convert the three-point play. 62-59 Blue Devils. The converting on this basket for Neves Sengosa would put the Red Raiders within 2 points. That's Brian Haschig's 6th, and that'll do it for Haschig's night. Haschig with a decent game will lead to a standing ovation. Checking in to replace him, Jeff Dorsey. Cheerleaders coming out on the floor. This was not a timeout. Cheerleaders will have to leave. So Neves Sengosa at the line, trying to convert the three-point play and to put the Red Raiders within 2 with 25 seconds remaining in the game. Wilson encouraging the crowd, egging them on. The crowd is coming alive. Basket is in. Timeout, Red Raiders. And I'll take a timeout to try to recover my voice. We'll come back for the final 25 seconds of the game in just a moment here on LHS-TV 36. And welcome back, everybody, to the LHS Gymnasium. 25 seconds remain in the game. 62-60. Blue Devils. Devils with control of the ball. The crowd coming alive here. Gallagher will kick it into stand. Miller gets fouled. Miller will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1. Only 1 second ticked off the clock there. Crutchfield and Mazzaferro going back and forth, pulling the weapon out of their hat, so to speak. 24 seconds remain in the game. This is when the chalkboard plays go out the window, and now it's just good old dry erase marker clipboard. What can you bring out of your minds? 1-and-1 here. Miller will shoot. 1-and-1 for the Devils as they lead 62-60. Here's the shot. It's in! Count the basket! 63-60. The Raiders are within 3 points now. Okay, here we go. Miller to shoot. Trying to convert on the 1-and-1. Here we go! Oh, on the side of the rim. Raiders recover the ball. Ortiz floats away up court. 18 seconds. Ortiz will get fouled. Do not count that basket at home. 63-60. Blue Devils. Raiders have got to hit the three in 15 seconds. Actually, wait. They'll go to the line to shoot 2 because that will be the Devils' 11th team foul. And so, here we go. Pressure is on. First one's up, in and out. Wilson brings it down, and he's fouled immediately. Ha! Cancel that. As there is still 1 shot remaining. That was a 2-shot penalty bonus for the Red Raiders. They only missed the first. The referees assumed they were shooting a 1-and-1. Referees will go to the scorer's table. They're trying to get this right. Okay, here we go. This will be the second shot of the what was called a 1-and-1 originally by the referees. Scorer's table back to him. It should have been 2 shots. 1 shot left. Here we go. 14 seconds to go in the game. This is how we like them. Exciting, And it's all being brought to you right here on LHS-TV 36. The shot floats off the front of the rim. Dorsey is fouled immediately by Dan Ortiz, and Dorsey will come to the other end to shoot 1-and-1. No, correction, to shoot 2. That was the 10th team foul. The crowds are alive. I can barely hear myself think. Here we go. Dorsey shooting 2. 13 seconds on the clock. This is to put the Red Raiders away. The first is in. 64-60. Blue Devils. And now here we go. Second shot. 13 seconds remaining. Coach Mazzavero down on his knees, begging for God to help him out on this shot. Here we go. The second of the 2. Make it a 5-point game. It's up. It's off the front of the rim. Joe Joseph pulls it down for the Raiders. Ball being pushed up court. Dan Ortiz off the glass. In and out. Rebound. Stan Miller's got the ball. And the Raiders will foul with 2 seconds remaining in the game. That's 2 seconds remaining in the game. Stan Miller goes to the line on the Raiders' 11th team foul to shoot 2. And here they go. The mass exodus begins as Raider fans begin to head for the exits. Maybe they smell the "it's all over." We got a bunch of fans crowding by the exits and interfering on the floor. Now, Miller will attempt to shoot 2. The first. Ooh, off the front of the rim. 64-60 Devils. This is Miller's second. Devils pulling all of their men out from the rebounds to get back on defense. Here's Miller, second, to make it a 5-point game. It's up. It's off. Over the back of the rim, out of bounds. It'll be a Red Raider ball. 2 seconds remaining. This is highly unlikely. Baseball pass, down floor. Goes directly out of bounds. Clock never starts. Devils get the ball. 2 seconds remaining. As the chants come up, here we go, ball in, and that'll do it. The final score, your Leominster Blue Devils 64, the Fitchburg Red Raiders 60. And that'll do it for us here with the coverage of the rivalry game here on LHS-TV 36. For my cameraman, Richard Levy, I'm the voice of the Blue Devils, Todd Robbins. So long, everybody.
Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue.
Incredible. Another moment in the region's interscholastic athletic history relived. Memories able to be shared from one generation to the next. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Classic Replay. All of these memories and the rest of RFM's programming is available on demand on YouTube. Subscribe to Rivalry Family Media. And like or follow RFM on Facebook at Media Rivalry. I'm Todd Robbins. On behalf of my producer, Kate Robbins, Bill Thomas, and the rest of the RFM family, we thank you so very much for being a part of our family. Until next time, so long, everybody.